Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Chris, the Critical Nerd, and this is the space where I take a deep dive into entertainment, Hollywood, the box office, the MCU, Disney, Lucasfilm, pop culture, you name it. And today, I've got to tackle what some would call a brewing controversy. The Fantastic Four First Steps. And do they have a Rachel Zegler problem? At least, according to Christian Toto at Hollywood and Toto, they could be headed for some trouble before their big debut come July 25th. So grab your popcorn, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. The Fantastic Four First Steps, set to be released, as I said, in July 25th, is it's, in my opinion, the make or break for the MCU. This is the film that's going to lead into Avengers Doomsday. Directed by Matt Shakman. We have Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, and Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, as well as Ebon Moss-Backrack as The Thing. Now, this is set in a futuristic 1960s, and they kind of bypassed the origin story. I mean, we're headed right into full-blown, here they are. And, oh yeah, got to mention a couple other things too. You got the big bad in the movie is Galactus. And, oh yeah, that female Silver Surfer. But what I'm going to talk about here is comments from the cast that are stirring some controversy. Echoing the Rachel Zegler Snow White disaster. So let me unpack why this could spell trouble for Marvel. First, let's begin with Rachel Zegler and her live-action Snow White, which by all accounts is a box office flop. With a $270 million plus budget, it's grossed just $86 million domestically and $195 million globally as of this past weekend. I'm not even taking this weekend's numbers into account yet, which is a huge loss for Disney. Many point to Zegler's public comments as a key factor. I mean, she called the 1937 Snow White weird and dated, labeled the prince a stalker, and made some rather polarizing political statements like, Free Palestine on a post promoting Snow White. I mean, she shared the trailer and she had to add in Free Palestine, which, by the way, sparked some backlash, and there were some reported threats against her co-star Gal Gadot, and Disney at one point even had to hire a social media expert to vet Zegler's posts after she stood firm and said, "No, I'm not deleting them." So let's get to this article, Hollywood and Toto. His argument is Zegler's remarks alienated fans, contributed to the film's 44% Rotten Tomatoes score and poor performance. Yeah, it did. There's no two ways to slice that. It did. Fans wanted a nostalgic fairy tale, not lectures. And this is a cautionary tale the Fantastic Four risks repeating. Now, the Fantastic Four cast, well, I gotta say they're raising some similar concerns here. First, you got Joseph Quinn playing Johnny Storm, who told Variety he views past versions of Johnny as a womanizer and sexist. He promised a more enlightened Human Torch, saying he's a man that leads with a lot of bravado, which can be an affront sometimes, but he's also funny. Fans love Johnny's cocky, playful charm. It's core to his character. Calling him sexist feels like a jab at the comics. Much like Zegler's Snow White critiques, Hollywood and Toto notes Quinn's comments haven't gone viral yet, but they're fueling skepticism among fans wary of Hollywood tweaking beloved characters. If you want to drill that down even more, I'd say Disney and Marvel tweaking beloved characters. Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, also stirred debate. In an Entertainment Weekly interview, she describes Sue as the mother of the group, but stressed avoiding stereotypes, saying, "You don't want to lean into tropes, like her just being the emotional center. She's a scientist, a badass, and I wanted her to feel as powerful as the men." While Kirby's goal of a strong Sue Storm is admirable, some fans see this as throwing shade at the classic Invisible Woman, who's always been a scientist and the team's heart. It risks feeling like fixing a character who isn't broken, echoing Zegler's approach. And then, of course, there's Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic. At the premiere of the Thunderbolts, he wore a Protect the Dolls pro-trans t-shirt. It's a bold stance tied to trans rights. That Park Place suggests this could alienate audiences, especially amid debates over trans issues in sports. It's not about denying Pedro his right to his views. It's the risk of turning off fans who want escapism, not politics. Now, here's my take on this whole situation. While the Fantastic Four cast comments aren't as inflammatory as Zegler's Snow White remarks, they're still walking a pretty dangerous line here. Actors need to realize that alienating half their audience does more harm than good. If fans feel judged or disconnected, it could tank Fantastic Four's box office prospects for both Disney and Marvel. I mean, the Fantastic Four already has a shaky history at the box office. The 2005 film got a sequel, but it really wasn't a fan favorite. And that 2015 reboot, a critical and commercial disaster. This 2025 film is Marvel's chance to get it right, kicking off the MCU's cosmic era with Galactus and the Silver Surfer, but alienating fans before release could be a fatal blow. Entertainment Weekly describes the film as a retro-futuristic adventure with massive stakes. Casting Julia Garner as a female Silver Surfer already sparked debate, and now you throw in Quinn, Kirby, and Pascal's comments, and they're just adding fuel to that fire. Hollywood and Toto, Christian Toto, he warns that this kind of messaging from the film's core players won't help. If fans feel the cast is disrespecting the comics or pushing agendas, they might skip the theater altogether, just like what happened with Snow White. So, is the Fantastic Four doomed? Nah, not yet. Marvel has time to course correct. The cast could focus on celebrating the comic's legacy rather than critiquing it. Pascal's charm, Quinn's Stranger Things fan base, and Kirby's talent could win fans over if they hype the film's epic scope. Ebon Moss-Backrack staying drama-free, well, that's kind of a bright spot. Marvel should lean into the 1960s vibe and Galactus' cosmic threat to build excitement. Learn from Snow White, respect the fans, avoid divisive rhetoric, and let the story shine. If they don't, well, Fantastic Four risks becoming another cautionary tale and another L for Marvel. So what do you guys think? Is the Fantastic Four facing a Rachel Zegler-sized problem? Or can Marvel correct course and save the day? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos, more content. And are you hyped for Fantastic Four First Steps? Or worried about the drama? Let's talk. Comment down below. And with that, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.